Welcome to Grandview High School, home of the Grandview Eagles. We are in progress as we speak. I should change this to the second quarter. We apologize about some technical issues that we had, but we are back up here, and we are going to start the second quarter. And the score right now is 11-8 in favor of Herculaneum. And with that, we're going to go ahead and pull right back here. Scott Lauda, you got the call. Give us our starters real quick, if you can buzz through those real quick.
All right, thank you, Ray. All right, for the visiting Blackcats, we'll go with number 2, Tyler Reuter. Number 4, Austin Myers. Number 5, Jordan Duncan. Number 11, Isaiah Bracey. And then number 21, Josh Moreland. And then on the flip side for the Eagles, we're looking at number 2, Zach Perrin. Number 5, Justin Fitzsimmons. Number 10, J.T. Isaacson, who's already hit a 3, I believe.
Correct.
Number 14, Chase Wilson. And then number 23, Aiden Bergner. So 6:22 to go here in the second. 13-11 right now, the Blackcats with the advantage. And, of course, down on the floor, the sultry tones of Jeff Whitener.
Jeff, can you hear us down there, buddy?
I can hear you, and just watching things, you mentioned the starters. Austin Myers in the lineup tonight in place of Grant McCullough. He's been down with the sickness, as is much of this Herculaneum team. Unfortunately, the Blackcats have been hit by the bug pretty hard. In addition to McCullough out, Jordan Duncan, spoke with him earlier. If Moreland goes up for the bucket of the bruise. But Jordan Duncan coming down with it, so we'll see how many minutes he gets tonight. And, of course, Jordan Duncan leads the team in rebounds, block shots, and scoring. So
and smoothness.
To say that he's a part of the Blackcat success is an understatement.
All right, and did we hear correctly earlier, was there an injury to David Creeth on the Eagle side?
David Creeth out of the lineup the rest of the year and actually out for quite a long time. Tuesday night at the Hoop for Hope game. Unfortunately, he came down funny and had a knee injury. I don't want to go into details, but he will be out for quite a while for Grandview, and that not only has implications for basketball, the rest of the basketball season, baseball season, and next football season. Unfortunately, it's just a sad situation.
That is very disappointing to hear. We want to see these these athletes out here. We want to have them healthy, and so we can spotlight them. And obviously, the more people that watch us, live stream STL, the more they can, get exposure for their son, their friend, their peer, whatever.
Sure.
And that's what we're all about, the showcase here.
David Creeth, a great all-around athlete, a hustle guy, great football player. You just hate to see that happen.
Shot, free throw no good by Perrin, rebounded. And Reuter's going to push it up for the Blackcats. No pressure. Picks up his dribble, throws it to the corner. Tried to smash the pass in there to, looks like, was it Dallin Fuller? Dalen Fuller. And we had that kind of discussion in the first game between the Lady Blackcats and the Lady Eagles. When you have those tall athletes down in the blocks, you don't want to put the ball on the floor. You want to put it up high.
Right. Nice rebound there.
Off the glass and in. Cuts the lead to 2 points for the Blackcats.
Very pretty play. High off the glass. Love that high off the glass play.
Fuller slings it to Fuller.
Yeah, if you're just joining us and you missed out on I would have to say a classic game here. 34-33 Herculaneum over the Lady Eagles.
That should be featured on the Ocho. Nice three-pointer. Number 14, Chase Wilson.
Chase Wilson catching fire. He's got 8 points now.
Saw a little fist pump there. Like to see our young athletes get excited. And can't connect. Blackcats ball in the corner.
Ray, my suggestion is if we could categorize the videos either on Facebook or on YouTube, we need a section for live stream STL Instant Classics.
Instant Classics, that's
that would be one right there.
Yep. We had an Instant Classic, one that comes to my memory, even in the short amount of time that we've been broadcasting, is our playoff game this year between St. Pius and Caruthersville.
Isaacson with the dribble. Backs down Reuter, hands it off.
And I'd probably have to
Perrin,
say,
long distance. Ooh.
I'd have to say the Herculaneum boys and R7 boys earlier this season too.
That was a 1-point game.
It was.
Reuter's shot no good. Isaacson slings it up and no one home.
That's incomplete. They will play second down.
Next go around.
Right.
Duncan to Moreland. Talked earlier about that floating zone. Shot goes errant. Fuller gets it, goes back up, and is rejected. And we've got a timeout, Eagles. It is 16-15 in favor of the home team. You are watching live stream STL high school basketball.
As your local farmer's agent in Crystal City, Missouri, Caleb Nose helps customers like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about insurance. Caleb has the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business, life insurance, and more. Give the Caleb Nose Agency a call at 636-933-6333, and he'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
All right, coming back from the timeout. Jordan Duncan with a long three, no good. Rebounded, slung up the floor. Wilson. Ooh, couldn't quite lay it up and in. Reuter. Fast break. Stops. Gives it to Jordan Duncan, left hand. Ooh. Floater does not go. But I believe he will step to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Sorry, I was just taking a moment to go to the live stream STL feed on Facebook, and I'm going to share. So that'll appear on my thread. Anybody else watching, do the same. Let anybody else you know who might be interested in watching this, alumni, parents, students, brothers, sisters.
Dogs.
Cats. While you're doing that, I'm going to tell you Jordan Duncan, a 63% shooter from the charity stripe this season.
Okay, and what's his strong subject in school?
Well, I don't know, but he enjoys hunting and fishing in the off season, and he's very kind to his mother.
There we go.
That's all I can tell you.
He loves his mama.
That's all you can ask. Free throw. No good. Second free throw forthcoming, looking to tie this ball game up.
Jordan Duncan, a baseball player for Scott. He will be playing for Jefferson College next year.
Awesome. Great. Do we know what position he plays?
Well, he can play several positions. I would say you'd probably pencil him in at second base.
Yep.
That's where he plays for Legion Post 253 in the summer.
All right, I feel pretty confident. I'm going to write it in pen. So we got a tie ball game after that made free throw. Under 3 minutes to go. Eagles working around the perimeter. Wilson to Isaacson. Picks up his dribble. A lot of open space. And rejected by Fuller. Oh, nice behind the back.
Oh.
And he finds Fuller. And we've got I think a foul on Isaacson, perhaps.
You are correct. That's JT Isaacson's second of the game.
Fuller to the line.
2:34 left in the half.
Now, is this correct? He's a 6'3" sophomore.
Yes, and he's going to see some playing time tonight with the absence of Grant McCullough.
So is McCullough not dressed?
No, he has clothes on.
Okay. Little hockey terminology right there. Wasn't sure if he was in the press box for this one. I think we have a lane violation.
McCullough is not. He is dressed, but he is in civilian clothes.
There you go. That is why we have you at the ready.
The hard-hitting sideline reporter.
17-16, 2.5 minutes to go. Isaacson for the Eagles, left-hand dribble, picks it up. Ooh, a little give and go, deflected out of bounds. I believe Damian Say got a fingertip on it to deflect it out of bounds for the Blackcats.
2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half. I know we were going to try to see if we could get Ashley Kroom on at the half, our player of the game.
I believe she was going to be with us. I was able to touch base with
You have some connections?
Coach.
Pulled some strings?
Coach Riley Blair.
Yeah. Friend of the show.
Right.
And loose ball picked up by Reuter.
Little hot potato there.
All right. I got it. You take it. Jordan Duncan left-handed. And I want to say a trip, perhaps.
I think Chase Wilson got an arm in there.
And just like that, Jordan Duncan will shoot a pair of free throws. Or he'll just shoot one. But he comes away with the loose ball.
It's a charge.
Very nice play there by Aiden Bergner to draw that charge against Jordan Duncan.
In the first game, we featured quite a bit of defense, and after a little bit of back and forth in the early going, it seems like the defense has kind of ratcheted up for both teams here as well.
I would concur.
Isaacson, left-hand dribble, floater, and in.
Pretty little runner there by J.T. Isaacson.
Put it off the window and in. Gotta like that. Shows a little confidence. Moreland right in front of us. Right-hand dribble to the baseline. Jordan Duncan behind the three-point line. Got his defender to bite. Dishes to Moreland. 2 points. And he puts the Blackcats back in the lead.
Moreland's bread and butter right there.
So I'm guessing we're going to see some minutes out of Austin Houston tonight.
Houston, not the top player on the floor, but he has definitely got the strength.
He's one of those hustle guys. Isaacson sprints up the court. And that's an offensive foul.
Woo!
He did have his momentum stopped enough to put that shot up and in, but it will not count.
That's 3 fouls here in the first half on J.T. Isaacson.
That could definitely be a huge factor going into the second half. 46 seconds to go. Reuter brings it up, right-hand dribble, surveys the floor.
To me, the blocker charge call's got to be the hardest call for a referee in basketball.
There's so much of a nuance about it. Was there a slight turn?
Truly, most of the time, that call could go either way.
Yes, and depending on who gets the call, the other side's not going to be happy about it.
Exactly.
It's good to see, even though Jordan Duncan hasn't been feeling well, he's still in good spirits.
Yeah.
He kind of did a little bit of a mock fake from about 30 feet.
Well, you know, when you're 17, 18 years old and you've got the bug, you can battle through it and enjoy life. You know, when you're my age, you're down for 2 weeks in bed.
Right. You're like, give me that couch and a blanket.
That's right.
3 seconds to go. Who are they looking for? Reuter. Got to shoot it. Three-pointer. Short. But the Blackcats will go into the halftime up 19-18. You are watching live stream STL's presentation of high school basketball. We will have Ashley Kroom.
We will have
I've
Ashley
been told.
Kroom. She's right behind you, actually. So we'll have her on in just a minute. We'll be right back.
As your local farmer's agent in Crystal City, Missouri, Caleb Nose helps customers like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about insurance. Caleb has the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business, life insurance, and more. Give the Caleb Nose Agency a call at 636-933-6333 and he'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Dr. Craig Rubel is an orthopedic surgeon and fellowship-trained sports medicine specialist who cares for all athletes of all ages, performing total joint replacements, knee and shoulder arthroscopies, and general orthopedic procedures such as fracture treatment and carpal tunnel releases. Visit rubalortho.com or call 636-933-7400.
Since their inception in 1980, SMCI has always been about high integrity and treating people the way you would want to be treated, just like family. Mostly known as a commercial contractor, SMCI has now decided to give the family treatment to everyone. They are now opening their residential department to the public as Home by SMCI so everyone can experience the home treatment. Everyone deserves maximum comfort in their very own home. Isn't it time you come home? Contact SMCI at 636-337-4444 or on the web at homebysmci.com.
Jones Animal Health Clinic, taking care of the furry family members in your life. Walk-ins are always welcome. Visit the Jones Animal Health Clinic at 1237 Truman Boulevard in Crystal City or on the web at jonesanimalclinic.com or call 636-937-9000.
Today's event is brought to you in part by Blue Tiger Media. Whether it's trivia nights, MC duties, DJ services, or commercial voice work, Blue Tiger Media has you covered. Call Jeff Widener today at 314-852-1433 or visit us on Facebook. Blue Tiger Media. You supply the power. We supply the fun.
All right, we are back here, and we are with Ashley Boom Boom Croom. Can we say it? Boom Boom?
That's right.
How about that? 7 points on the game in the ladies' game earlier tonight with a 34-33 victory over the Grandview Eagles. I know we probably have to say it's very much an understatement to say it was a pretty big game.
Oh, it was a huge game. Very huge game. We've been practicing for, I can't tell you how long. We've wanted this game since the season started.
Yep.
Especially when we lost to them early on in the season.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about maybe some of Coach's, I guess the aspects that he wanted to get across for this game. I know what he says and what happened might be different, but give us maybe some key points he was wanting to drive home with you guys.
He wanted us to control the boards with the tall freshman on the floor because she is really tall.
Yeah.
And very tall girl, and he wanted us to stop penetration and just play our game more than anything.
Right. Seeing what we saw, especially the first three quarters, it seemed like it was such a struggle to get anything going,
Yeah.
On both sides. How do you guys kind of handle that going through a game like that?
We just kind of get in each other's faces and try to, yell at each other and hype each other up
Yeah.
more than anything.
Right. And when the rubber meets the road, you were in the fourth quarter. You came down with a couple of key plays, a couple of key shots. Paige had a couple of key shots. What does it mean to you guys to be able to come away with the victory tonight?
Oh, it was amazing. I'm still in shock.
Yeah.
I'm excited for districts, though, to do it again.
Well, you've got a couple more games here that you definitely want to take care of business with. One that comes to mind right now is the St. Pius Lady Lancers.
Oh yeah, we're excited for that game too.
Yeah, and so give us just maybe your take of what the bench was like after the win.
Oh, it was crazy. I think I jumped in Macy's arms, and it was awesome.
Awesome.
It was just amazing.
I know one thing you said when we were prepping here during the commercial breaks here, you were saying that I hope you guys didn't hear us in the actual locker room.
Yeah, which is literally right here. We were in a classroom.
Pretty loud. Well, congratulations. You're our player of the game.
Thank you.
Stick around here, and we're going to step aside for just a quick second. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook,
And I'm Michelle Halbrook.
and we're owners of Livestream STL. So you're probably wondering, what is Livestream STL? Well, we are a digital video production. We specialize in live streaming, and we are taking it to the Jefferson County area to cover lots and lots of sporting events this summer and hopefully many years to come.
Our desire is to partner with school districts and communities by showcasing high school games and student athletes during our live broadcasts. This allows family and friends and fans, near and far, as well as potential colleges, universities, and scouts, to see these teams and athletes perform in real time, even if they're not able to attend the game in person.
So what sets us apart from radio or other live stream companies? One thing is multiple cameras. A lot of companies only come in with one camera and maybe one announcer. We come in with up to 9 devices and multiple announcers, and the great part about it is most of our announcers are from the Jefferson County area, so they already know your kids or they're already familiar with your school. Our announcers are passionate about high school sports and have a desire to promote our local athletes and their accomplishments, so that is a plus for your school. We mainly broadcast to Facebook Live for this main thing, to be able to interact with you or family members or folks from all over the world.
So recently we've had some parents contact us and ask how they can help, because they see the value of what we're doing and they have a desire to help us gain momentum and move forward. So here are some of the ways that you can help. We require and depend on sponsorships in order to cover the operating costs and expenses of our broadcast. So this can come in several forms. One form of sponsorship is business and corporate sponsorships. Companies can choose between a variety of sponsorship packages that we have available, and in return they receive advertising during the games with their graphics on the screen, as well as being mentioned during the breaks and during our specialty segments. Another form of sponsorship is through booster clubs. Members of these clubs can collaborate with several donors or help us make connections with reliable donors in the community. Or they can choose to utilize their general funds to help cover the cost of sponsorship. Boosters and donors would be recognized throughout the broadcast. Our final way of sponsorship is just through families and individuals who just believe in what we're doing and they want to give towards the kids. We have the same sponsorship packages available for friends and family. If they wish, they would also be recognized during the broadcast.
So Booster Clubs, we want to partner with you to help highlight your kids. It's our passion to do this. It's our desire to see the Jefferson County area grow in this particular area, because nobody else really is doing it right now in the capacity that we're doing it. So if you're interested in any of these opportunities, give us a call, 314-852-4398 or livestreamstl@outlook.com.
Yeah, Rand, I'll say real quick, I really admire what you guys do with this. I think everybody who's ever tuned into one of these, whether it's a Legion game, whether it's a high school baseball game, whether basketball, football, whatever it is, I've heard nothing but tremendous feedback about Livestream STL and what you guys do and the quality of production, things like that. I would really encourage anybody who's involved in athletics throughout the county, or really anywhere in the metro area, anybody who's interested in sponsoring activities, to get on board and get involved with this. I think it's added a ton to what we do here. It's added a ton to the program. You guys are a class act, and you're committed to doing things the right way, and we really appreciate that.
And we are back here from halftime here. 19-18 is our score. And we begin the third quarter. Scott Lotta.
All right. Jeff. Are you plugged in down there, sir?
Doesn't look like he is.
That's all right. Eagles start possession here in the second half, and we've got the second half in its entirety. Three ball, no good. Run down by Bracey in the corner.
I believe that means we're going to show the whole second half.
Yes, yes.
That is our plan. We'll call that Plan A.
Yes.
Do you have any stats for us down there, Mr. Whitener?
Well, I can tell you right now that Chase Wilson and Jordan Duncan are tied to lead all scorers, although I didn't see who scored that last basket.
Uh-oh.
They both have 8 points apiece. Neither team really in much of foul trouble. Grandview has a few more fouls. J.T. Isaacson, really the only person in foul trouble.
I believe he has 3, correct?
Ray, did you find on who scored the last basket?
I did not catch that. I sure did not.
I blinked. I missed it.
For some reason, I can't talk and see at the same time.
I can't walk, chew gum,
Right.
think, those kind of things.
For those that are checking, Jeff is down courtside with a kind of a gimpy mic, but we're going to try to roll with it here.
Isaacson long 3, no good. Reuter 3-bound. Sprints up 1-on-4. Cuts to the basket. Finds Moreland. Reuter. And he'll get called for the offensive foul. If that was a call, that's a butt dial right there.
Yeah, that was a pretty good lean there.
Yep.
Aiden Bergner draws the charge.
Good shot there of Coach Jason Jarvis on the sideline there.
6:47 to go here in the third. The Eagles trail by 3, but they have the ball. A lot more active feet on the defensive end. And I didn't see the number on that shot. Moreland pivots in a circle. Floater and in. Like, hey, why not? I'm here. 23-21. Eagles looking to answer. Wilson hands it off. Isaacson from the corner. 3-ball, no good. Wow. Just a great second half effort right there. I think that was Bergner with the putback, and he was basically 1-on-3. Moreland slashes to the basket and finishes. Puts the Blackcats right back up.
I think they might have something there with Moreland.
He's definitely feeling it right now. He's kind of like the equivalent of their Paige Fowler.
Mm-hmm.
Long range 3 by Isaacson. The kid has not met a shot he didn't like. Couple of feet behind the arc, nailed the 3. And right now Grandview has the lead 26-25, 5:27 to go here in the third. You're watching live stream STL High School Basketball.
As your local farmer's agent in Crystal City, Missouri, Caleb Nose helps customers like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about insurance. Caleb has the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business, life insurance, and more. Give the Caleb Nose Agency a call at 636-933-6333 and he'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
All right, and out of the break, Grandview. That Isaacson, just with an incredible scoop shot that went up about 12 feet above the basket and came down. Hey, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Bracey in the corner. Jordan Duncan, left hand, picks up the dribble. To the corner to Moreland.
Jeff, any chance that you heard what they were talking about down there in the scrum there from Herculaneum? Uh-oh, I think we've lost him.
Moreland with the offensive foul there after a nifty little spin move. Eagles got a chance here to push it to their largest advantage of the night right now with a 28-25 lead. 4:45 to go. Isaacson dishes. Shot no good. Offensive rebound and a putback. Up to a 5-point lead now for the Eagles. Starting to feel it a little bit. And we got a timeout on the Blackcat sideline. 30-25. Ray, are we going to tell them about some upcoming events here soon?
Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Upcoming games this week here. Looks like this. Next week, starting Monday, St. Pius will be out at Windsor. Tuesday, the St. Vincent Indians out at Herculaneum for a doubleheader. 6 and 7:30, I believe, are the times there. Thursday, we'll be out at Hillsboro as the Lady Dragons come to town. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off. And by the way, the boys' game there between St. Pius and Windsor is a 7 o'clock tip-off also. Friday, we'll be out at Crystal City, doubleheader, 7 and 8:30, I believe, is the times on that. And then Saturday, we'll be right back here with girls' action between the Grandview Eagles and the St. Pius Lady Lancers.
And I believe there's a rumor that Friday might actually be Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's Day.
So bring your sweetheart.
All right.
Right in front of, wherever you watch Facebook, streaming videos, and hey, just hang out and watch us. Or if you're not gonna be in the building, that you have that option.
I think I got Jeff back. We just had you muted down there. Are you back there, sir?
Nope.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I think we have a foul on the floor. Looks like Duncan's going to inbound for the Blackcats.
I think I hear him cutting in and out a little bit there.
He might just be projecting his thoughts.
Maybe.
Duncan inbounds to Reuter. Right-hand dribble. Slings
I
it.
do hear
Long three.
Ooh.
No good. Rebounded by the Eagles. Pushing it up. Working on Bracy. Back to Isaacson. Seeing the ball in his hands quite a bit in the second half, and it's paid dividends for the Eagles. Working on Reuter. Reuter. Can't defend that. Nice little drop step to the baseline, and Isaacson finish 32-25. A little bit of run here going by the Eagles. Jordan, right hand, slashes and finishes. Little kick off the glass and in. Good looking shot. Isaacson brings it up. He will hand it off to Wilson. Long three. Boom. The Eagles are off and running. Reuter to Duncan. Haven't seen Bracy get the ball much here in the second half. I know he was pretty active early in the game. Might need him to break up the offensive flow and see if they can get him going. Duncan flips it up and in over the taller defender. That was pretty impressive. 35-29, 2:20 to go here in the third. Eagles looking to convert once again. Oh, intercepted. Duncan on Isaacson, cuts it back in, lays it in. Telegraphed the pass, and Duncan just stepped right in front of it and said, "Thank you, I'll take it coast to coast." Doso minutes on the scoreboard. Isaacson playing a little high game with Wilson. Entry pass is picked off again. Bracy works in and throws it up and in. Couple of transition buckets now for the Blackcats. They got them back on the path where they're only down 2 points. A minute and a half to go here before the fourth. Pretty soon we'll be talking about player of the game, so those of you watching at home, get your votes in. Let us know what you thought. Oh, wide open, Wilson. Boom. Can't give him that kind of look. Bracy has his pass picked off. Isaacson with a little bit of a push off. They're going to call offensive foul there. That was kind of reminiscent of the Jordan in the Utah Jazz finals, where he kind of pushed off the one guy.
Yeah, right.
Was it Byron Russell? It's like, here, go over here. I'm going to make this shot. A little different context, but same kind of deal. Reuter, right-hand dribble. Gives it over to Meyer. Myers has it to Reuter. Houston back on the floor for the Blackcats. Moreland with the fadeaway.
Good play.
You could tell that has been a shot that has been practiced.
Yep. Very routine looking.
Half a minute to go here in the third. 38-35 in favor of the home team.
Stripped.
Houston gets it on the strip. Jordan, 12-footer short in the hands of the Eagles. And transition, offensive rebound. And it looks like Reuter, was that Myers? I think Myers came away with it, and I believe he was fouled. 11 seconds to go. 3-point advantage for the Eagles.
We're going to see if Jeff's back up downstairs. Hello, hello, hello.
Aloha.
Oh, hold on.
And the crowd counting down the last 5 seconds. Defender flashed in front.
I got to change the battery up here, Jeff. Hold on.
So 3 seconds to go. Duncan to shoot. Would have counted if it would have found the net, but it did not. 38-35. We're at the final break before the fourth quarter. You're watching live stream STL.
Since their inception in 1980, SMCI has always been about high integrity and treating people the way you would want to be treated, just like family. Mostly known as a commercial contractor, SMCI has now decided to give the family treatment to everyone. They are now opening their residential department to the public as Home by SMCI so everyone can experience the home treatment. Everyone deserves maximum comfort in their very own home. Isn't it time you come home? Contact SMCI at 636-337-4444 or on the web at homebysmci.com.
And we are back for 8 more minutes between Herculaneum Blackcats and the Grandview Eagles. For those of you who were tuned into the earlier game, you were treated to an overtime thriller. This game is on a similar pace. 38-35. Hasn't been much more than a 1 or 2 possession game all night. Reuter to Moreland. Looking for someone inside that zone. Duncan flashed down there, but it looks like we got a foul away from the ball. Both coaches imparting wisdom and probably a little bit of strategy. Damian Say getting some last minute advice. Checks the traction on his shoes. Reuter having a moment with the official. He checks his treads as well, and it looks like we're ready to go. Duncan to inbound right in front of us. Down about 12 feet, but right in front of us. Say to Reuter. Not much going on inside of that zone. Everything's pretty much on the perimeter. Fuller, who was a force down in the blocks early in the game, back in the game. And just like that, Duncan floats to the basket, gets himself 2 points, cuts the lead to 1 for the Eagles. Got a timeout on the floor. Looks like on the Grandview side, they want to talk about something real quick. 7:16 to go here in the fourth. Don't go anywhere. Who knows what's going to happen? You're watching live stream STL.
As your local farmer's agent in Crystal City, Missouri, Caleb Nose helps customers like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about insurance. Caleb has the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business, life insurance, and more. Give the Caleb Nose Agency a call at 636-933-6333, and he'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
All right. That sound means that we're back from the timeout. Teammates for the Blackcats sitting there exchanging some communication. Who's doing what? Who's covering what? Inbound by the Eagles.
Is there a chance you're on the line, Jeff?
Hello, hello, hello.
You
Hey!
are.
Don't call the comeback. He's been here for years.
Well, gentlemen, I'm afraid in all of the confusion and trying to work on the system down here, I've lost track of the fouls and the scoring. So all I can tell you is Jordan Duncan's having his usual game, and JT Isaacson's been a very bright spot for Grandview tonight.
He was, for like a 2-minute period, there was nothing that he was not afraid to shoot. So under 7 minutes to go. 1 point game. I just got an ESPN alert on a close game. It might be this one.
Our previous game was a 1 point game also. In overtime. Oh.
Didn't quite get the foot off the floor to get that pass in. So, Jeff, what are you seeing down there as far as like not going into the teeth of that defense? It seems like Herculaneum is pretty much just floating around the perimeter at this point.
Well, you know, and that's the case. You know, Josh Moreland is their guy that they need to drive and get it in. He plays much like Paige Fowler, and if you can get it into him, he's very strong underneath. But Moreland's been playing outside more, and Herculaneum is really, in my opinion, they haven't been able to solve. Now, maybe bringing Bracy back into the game here, because Bracy can drive the paint. They need somebody who can drive the paint and dish to Moreland.
And also maybe he can get the transition game going too.
Right. Right now, I feel like the Blackcats are very lucky to only be down by one.
Was that Wilson that made that shot?
I'm not sure if that was Wilson or Perrin.
Right on cue, talking about Moreland down on the block.
3-on-1 on Moreland there. Somebody.
Duncan inbounds, his team trailing by 3.
Fitzsimmons is the one they whistled for the foul.
And we really haven't seen that many fouls. But, I mean, we talked also that there's a lot of perimeter action here. Is that Duncan right there in front of you?
Home Jordan Duncan with another 3.
And just like that, we're tied at 40. So if you like tie ball game, hey, stick right here. I'm sure that won't be the last time. Wilson. Bracy comes out for a look. A little bit of a trapping defense right now for the Blackcats as Reuter falls down. And they're going to call
that a jump ball.
They call that a jump ball.
Both guys fighting for it very hard. Both guys coming up with a laugh and a grin. No harm.
And as we've said many times tonight, Duncan just, you know, that kid's always got a smile no matter what's going on in the game, no matter the situation. It's good to see that he can at least enjoy the moment. Wilson to the corner.
Either that or he's just dizzy and spacey because of the sickness.
Hey, whatever works. Wow. How do you like that one?
Chase Wilson knew that was in all the way. He was pumping his arms and fists before that ball even went through the net. He knew that was in.
Had perfect follow through, and you could just tell it was going in. As we just talked about a moment ago, Bracy making something happen on the offensive end. Called it before the shot.
Bracy's got to be tough in the paint here.
But he's so elusive, and, I mean, the kid just does not sit still. Oh, nicely done. Somebody lost him on the switch there. 1-point advantage for the Eagles with the ball. Now back in the old days, they just go into the four corners.
Thank goodness this isn't the old days.
Doesn't make for good live stream.
Which brings up my next subject. Scott, how do you feel about a shot clock in high school basketball?
I'm not really sure how that would work. And also some of these schools, I don't know if they would really have the resources to implement that and keep it running all the time.
Well, the argument against it is the resources, the equipment, and it would probably take one extra person on the score cable, and so you have an additional cost there as well.
Right.
But a lot of states now have gone to a 30-second shot clock in high school basketball, and
well, they want to make it more like the college product or the NBA product. So I understand that, but like we just said, the resources are always going to be where that's at, and a lot of times budgets just don't exist for those things.
The college coaches are clamoring for it, of course, because they want the players to be used to it by the time they get to the college ranks.
Right.
I'm clamoring for it because I hate to see games that
with a minute and a half that there's going to be maybe 2 shots because someone's just going to try and run it around.
Or you see games that a team might be up by 10 with 3 or 4 minutes left, especially once you get into state play, district and state play, and then they sit on the ball, and it's frustrating.
It's frustrating, and it's not really enjoyable to watch.
Exactly.
And as a player, as a competitor, you want to be out there and you want to be focused on the task, and killing time isn't really
right. And you can't blame the teams for doing that. I
right.
mean, it's certainly within the rules, and they're trying to do everything they can to win a game. And of course, the other side of that, one could argue as well, you're going to have to come out and play defense against them and force them to either turn the ball over, or you're going to end up fouling them, force them to do something.
Yeah, but if you have that, essentially that virtual defender in the clock, on your side, making them do that.
I like that phrase, the virtual defender.
We've got a timeout on the floor for the Blackcats. 43-43, 3:38 to go. What is going to happen? Stay tuned. You're watching live stream STL High School Basketball.
Dr. Craig Rubel is an orthopedic surgeon and fellowship-trained sports medicine specialist who cares for all athletes of all ages, performing total joint replacements, knee and shoulder arthroscopies, and general orthopedic procedures such as fracture treatment and carpal tunnel releases. Visit rubelortho.com or call 636-933-7400.
Got a little ambient sounds here from the gym.
Hey, Scott
Grandview
Lotta.
High School. Yes, sir.
Scott Lotta, it's the fourth quarter of this game, 3:38. What do we need to do at this point?
First off, I got to change it to the fourth quarter because I am remiss in my changing of the numbers duties there.
I feel like there's something that we do every game
there
towards the end of it.
We're going to have to cast our vote because we are way behind the stream here, so we're aware of it. Had some technical issues here, and so we'll have to cast our vote at this point.
But seeing what we've seen so far, I've got a couple of people in mind, a couple of players in mind for each team. Obviously, I'm going to say Jordan Duncan probably is a pretty no-brainer. JT Isaacson also. Wilson for the Eagles.
Tough call between Isaacson and Wilson for sure.
And then, of course, number 21, Mr. Moreland also for the Blackcats. Yep. So, I mean, those are the ones that stick out, but there's also been some other underlying, efforts that we would also like to recognize as well. Duncan runs down the loose ball. Still tie ball game, under 3 minutes to go. Bracey looking to create. Ends up in the hands of Moreland. His shot does not go.
Moreland was so strong on that rebound. And Grandview wants to talk it over.
2:39 to go. Ray, anything we need to cover before we go to a break?
Well, we'll just stay
keep it
right
here?
Yeah, let's stay right here, and we'll talk about a little bit about what we've got coming up here. You know, we're just around the corner here, and I'm going to stick this in front of all of our graphics here. But basketball playoffs are just around the corner, a couple weeks away, and we are looking for sponsors. If you're a sponsor with us now, you'll have to re-sponsor with us here, because the main fact is this: as far as the playoffs go, we have to pay some admission fees and things like that. So we're throwing this up here for you, and the prices are as follows. You see them there. So check that out if you're a business person, and re-up with us if you sponsor with us already. But if you're interested in being a part of our playoff rates and our playoff games, we are looking for about 4 sponsors per game. That's the minimum. That's what we need to get in the door for some of these playoff games. So just wanted to throw that out there. If you haven't seen it already, we actually posted this exact same graphic back on Facebook. If you go back a little ways, scroll down, you'll see it. It was posted earlier today. So, but yeah, we're looking for some sponsors for these playoff games.
Help us help you.
That's right.
Exactly. And as usual, I mean, yes, you can watch your games in real time while they're going on Facebook, but all the footage is archived, so you can follow it at any time.
That's true.
Some of it's on YouTube, right?
Yes. Yeah, some of the games that we don't get fully completed, and what I mean by completed, there's some software issues that we deal with from time to time. We'll re-upload it to YouTube because it's a lot easier and faster. Plus, Facebook is a lot harder to do that with. So, big 3 right there.
Is that Wilson?
That was JT Isaacson with the 3.
With a little hop after he made it. And
Ray, I apologize for the interruption during your talk there.
Sure.
Charles Underwood came over and grabbed the headset and said hi to you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Hi, Charles. There's Charles right there.
Now, if we could just get these guys mic'd up during the game.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know if we want to do that.
That's probably.
Well, there is a little bit of a delay,
right.
But there's not that much of a delay.
Yeah, right. We don't have that much delay to put a bleeper.
Moreland nails the free throw. Trims the lead. 46-44 in favor of the Eagles.
This has been an interesting grind, hasn't it?
Cuts the lead to 44.
Yeah.
Right.
And timeout.
A lot of timeouts going on. And we're going to stay right here, too, because we wanted to finish our spiel here, I guess, a little bit here on these upcoming playoff games. So, Jeff, I'm gonna give it to you. What does it mean to you to be able to do these playoff games, number 1, and number 2, as a business, what are they getting out of us here at Livestream STL?
Well, as a business, I can tell you right off the bat, you are getting people in your community and people related to people in your community.
Correct.
Watching your graphics, your information, your voicers, like on these commercials, and you're getting exposure for your business out there. And that not only is for sponsoring the games itself, you can also sponsor a play of the game.
Correct.
And for me personally, it's a lot of fun. It's a sort of a lifelong bucket list thing to be able to bring these games into folks' home, and really, it's another way that for me to be able to shine a light on our local kids and give them exposure.
Right.
Well, and also to the programs we're talking about, like with, the high school basketball, also, the high school baseball, the St. Louis Slam football. I mean, we're not just a one-trick pony. We do cover a multitude of things, so it's kind of nice.
As well as graduations.
Yeah, we sure
do.
We cover a lot.
Okay, 1-point game now, fellas.
Isaacson fouled on the floor for the shot. It's only the 4th team foul for the Blackcats.
All right, I'm going to cast my votes right now for players of the game, gentlemen. If Grandview holds on, and they're ahead by 1 right now, I'm going to give it, especially with the last 3 that he made, JT Isaacson will be my player of the game.
Ooh.
That's a huge charge.
I like how Reuter took the charge and then ended up body surfing afterwards. He was like, I'm cool.
That's great.
Every possession's critical now. We found that out in the first game.
That's true.
So you were saying for the Eagles, you're going to go with Isaacson?
I'm going to go with Isaacson.
Okay, and on the flip side?
If Herculaneum pulls this out, I have to go with Jordan Duncan.
It's hard to argue with that.
Now, I can send either one of those guys up here, but you have to think about this for a second, Ray. You've been coming off the IR.
Yeah.
I've been on the IR. Do you really want a sick kid coming up there and talking to you and breathing all over your
Probably
equipment?
not. It'll be a lot easier for us to just mail him the.
Yeah.
No, we'll probably give it to Coach.
Give him an honorable mention.
Yep.
Under a minute to go now.
Foul on the floor.
On Duncan.
That is 5 team fouls now for the Blackcats, but more importantly, the possession goes to the Eagles. The coach for the Grandview team just hopping over there, trying to get his players' attention. I don't know, Jeff, I got to kind of be split a little bit. I do believe in Duncan, but I think I really like what I've seen from Wilson in this game.
Well, you'll like that because he just made a big shot right there.
Right on cue.
Well, let Ray decide.
Ray, you're going to be the tiebreaker.
Be the tiebreaker. All right.
3-point contest, 40 seconds to go. And Moreland's going to go to the line, chance to make another pair.
See if he can pull his team within one.
Maybe
if he makes the first, do you think he tries to knock it off the rim and have...
Don't have to worry about that now.
And I think even in that scenario, I still think you're trying to make both free throws.
Yeah.
40 seconds is still a lot of time.
Right.
Second free throw is good. 2-point game, 40 seconds to go.
Ray, what do you think? Cast your vote for the player of the game.
Well, I want to see what the end of this game is going to be first. It's a 3-point game here, 40 seconds to go.
Or a 2-point game.
It is a 2-point game.
So, Ray, if Grandview pulls it out, who do you have?
I've got J.C. Isaacson. He looks pretty good tonight.
Yep.
5 seconds.
Big play.
Yeah, 5-second call.
Huge play. Isaacson
play.
trying to pull his troops together here.
What magic can they pull out here for the Blackcats?
Well,
Duncan.
they put it in that guy's hands.
Ooh. Forced it a little bit. And it will go over to the Eagles.
All they did was knock off 6 seconds there. 34 seconds to go.
That was a lot of action for 6 seconds.
Exactly.
Sure was.
Full court press. This time they get it in, and it's intercepted by Reuter. Almost an over and back.
Oh, what a way to keep the ball going.
Moreland. Duncan from the corner. Ooh. Put back by Fuller. Ooh, rolls off the rim. But once again, Moreland is fouled.
Yep.
When Fuller put
Terrific
that shot up, I thought
action.
that was going in.
Both of these teams living everything out on the floor right now, Scott.
Absolutely.
Wow. From the last game to this,
Right.
there is just no shortage of excitement. It is awesome to watch.
I have seen enough to know that I have seen too much.
Right.
Well said. Will we have an initial period this game?
Yeah, no doubt.
18 seconds. No pressure here, Josh Moreland.
Just make them both.
Right-hand dribble shot is up. Oh, kicks off the back rim and out.
That's a problem.
And we got a timeout on the floor. Going to think about it, talk about it. 18 seconds to go. 48-46, the Eagles in the lead. Live stream STL high school basketball.
Jones Animal Health Clinic, taking care of the furry family members in your life. Walk-ins are always welcome. Visit the Jones Animal Health Clinic at 1237 Truman Boulevard in Crystal City or on the web at jonesanimalclinic.com or call 636-937-9000.
All right, if you've got a paper bag and you want to breathe into it slowly, and let it exhale.
Right.
We've got 18 seconds to go. As we saw in the first contest that we brought you, a lot can happen in 18 seconds.
Now, gentlemen, if Grandview wins and JT Isaacson is our player of the game, would you like me to send him up? I believe he's relatively healthy.
I was going to say, we got a clean bill of health on him.
We have a clean bill of health on him, right?
As far as I know.
Isn't that bad? Isn't that bad?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to position myself over here by Grandview.
Okay.
Between the benches.
All right.
All right, just don't film any sidelines. I know that's frowned upon.
I'm going to be back here behind Miss Jane Allen, longtime scorekeeper of the Eagles.
Second free throw, rattles home. 1 point game, 18 seconds to go.
Fresh.
And foul. Fuller
Smart.
with the grab.
Smart. Get the ball back immediately.
And only 1 second came off the clock.
Right.
And they're not yet in the penalty.
Yeah, they're not in the one-on-one. Now they're going to have to foul here again, real quick.
Looks like Isaacson's going to inbound right in front of the Black Cat bench. Getting everything lined up.
Now we got the one-on-one here, I believe.
Yep. Now we're going to see some free throws. That only took 2 seconds.
15 seconds is an eternity, right?
So we got Zach Perrin to the line, shooting a 1-and-1. Every possession, every shot now is crucial.
They've got a good one here at the line, Zach Perrin.
Reuter claps behind him, try to be a little distracting. First free throw is good, as you can tell by the roar from the crowd. Cheer squad into it. Chance to extend to a 3-point lead. Bends, and it's up. Good. 15 seconds to go. Who do you
Dribble
look
it
for?
across the timeline.
You look for Duncan right here in a
No
shooting a
timeout.
three. Bracy back to Duncan. Reuter to Moreland. Three. Ooh. And that's your ball game. No overtime in this one. 50-47. The Grandview Eagles prevail over the Herculaneum Blackcats. Thank you for watching Livestream STL. Our play of the game, Ray, is
JT Isaacson.
I'm going to try to get him up to you guys.
All right, I
Thank you,
appreciate
sir.
it. Appreciate it. We'll step aside for just a quick second. We'll be right back.
And I'll say real quick, I really admire what you guys do with this. I think everybody who's ever tuned into one of these, whether it's a Legion game, whether it's a high school baseball game, with basketball, football, whatever it is, I've heard nothing but tremendous feedback about Livestream STL and what you guys do and the quality of production, things like that. I would really encourage anybody who's involved in athletics throughout the county, or really anywhere in the metro area, anybody who's interested in sponsoring activities to get on board and get involved with this. I think it's added a ton to what we do here. It's added a ton to the program. You guys are a class act, and you're committed to doing things the right way, and we really appreciate that.
This live stream STL has been a huge asset for Jefferson County sports, in my opinion. I mean, getting these athletes the camaraderie that they're out there and people can see them. I mean, to be honest with you, I got a call from a coach yesterday about one of my athletes that said that they saw some of her games on live stream STL.
Awesome.
So, I mean, that right there instilled to me that this is important. This is important for those kids. And so, I think it's great, and I wish you guys the best. And if you're out there and you want to sponsor, this is a great opportunity for kids to support kids of our local kids and get them support and get them acknowledgement out there, because we have a lot of great athletes in this county.
Well, we appreciate that. And at the end of the day, our mission is much the same as your missions, coaches, to help shine a light on these kids and get them exposure and get their name out there and help them. And if they can advance, they're better off, we're better off as a community, and that's why we're here.
All right, we have JT Isaacson here from the Grandview Eagles. JT, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great.
Hey, Jeff, are you still on downstairs?
I am still on downstairs.
Do you have some stats for us?
I can tell you that JT Isaacson scored 15 points tonight.
15 points. I appreciate that.
Sure.
And feel free to chime in if you've got a question. I'm going to ask him real quick. Just some of the, I guess, kind of the MO tonight from Coach. What was some things that you guys wanted to have accomplished?
Our most important goal was defense. We had to get stops on every single player, especially number 5 and number 21. Shout out to them; they're incredible athletes.
Yeah. I know you're hitting some threes early, also. So I mean, not too shabby. I know we've caught you a couple times, and the three ball is usually pretty nice to you most of the time. So how many free throw or 3-pointers you practice each night?
Every time I get a chance to go into the gym and shoot, I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes stay after practice, any chance I get.
Okay.
And before the season, we'd come in the mornings and work especially hard then too.
Perfect. Don Jeffries has got a camera. Can you take a picture of this and send it over to me? The athletic director. Perfect. Sounds good. We got that for our website and whatnot for the Facebook page. But kind of a back and forth. Nobody really wanted to kind of just take off from as far as the the lead was concerned, which played into your guys' hands to keep things close, because I know it's really hard when you give up a big lead like that and things like that you guys have a real tough time coming back. But what do you think that attributed to tonight to keep the score close?
Every time it's a really close game like that, it affects everyone, I think, in a positive way. It makes sure you have to lock up on defense, keeps all the intensity up, keeps the energy up. When we get ahead, we tend to slack off a little bit. Even when we get behind, we tend to do that too.
Right. Jeff, you got a question for us downstairs?
I do. JT, you've been with this program through a while. You've been through the ups and downs. You've always been a part of this. You always give 100% every night. I've seen you grow and mature over time. What is it about this season that might be a little different for you compared to the seasons in the past?
I think a big factor in it is that it's my senior season, and ever since I've been playing at Grandview, this is the most seniors we've ever had on our varsity roster, which plays a big role. And I think even the players that don't come into the game, our bench, it's a very hype bench. They play a huge role in it. And this is probably the most team ball we've played since I've been playing basketball here.
JT, you're coming off of two pretty big losses, big deficits in the last 2 games. What was it you guys were talking about during the week as players, not without the coaches, but just as players trying to get back on track and get ready for tonight?
We just had to come in focused with a lot of energy. We were tired of getting beat by teams who had no business beating us.
Pretty plain and simple. How about that? That's a good answer. I like that answer.
Absolutely.
I do. Well, JT, you are our player of the game. I've got a free haircut from you here from Christopher Schweiger over at Studio 7 Salon. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Are you due for a haircut? If not, do it later. So how about that? JT Isaacson is our player of the game. We're going to step aside here and tell you again, tomorrow, next week, we've got a big matchup next week between the St. Pius Lancers and Windsor Owls on Monday. Tuesday, we'll be out at Herculaneum where the St. Vincent Indians come to town. We're off Wednesday. Thursday, we'll be out at Hillsboro between DeSoto and Hillsboro Ladies. Friday will be our Valentine's Day special between Herculaneum and Crystal City, and then we'll be right back here actually next Saturday for the rematch between the Lady Lancers of St. Pius and the Lady Eagles of Grandview. This is a rescheduled game from a game before, and we'll hope to get that one in, and we're hoping to maybe even grab another game Saturday night between Hillsboro and Festus. So we've got a busy week, and we hope to be able to bring all those games to you. Hopefully we won't have any issues with weather and things like that. So for Ray Halbrook, all of us here at Livestream STL, we're going to say so long. We will see you next Monday. Have a great week.
Good night, everybody.